Hello and welcome to Recap Master. I'm your host and I'm excited to share this recap with you. The film story begins with a girl named Sophia. She was actually a shark researcher. She had come to her friends in the Pacific Ocean to track a shark named Lilith. Sophia and her team had been tracking Lilith for a long time, and even today they think that when will Lilith come back in their radar, and they will take a sample of it and do research on it, and then suddenly in these radars such signals start getting, as if that shark Lilith is coming in their area. The 4 people of this team, including Sophia's husband, jump into the ocean and start looking for Lilith, where they see a baby whale, who was actually a baby but his size was very big, and the scary thing was that the baby whale was dead, half of its body was missing. Now these people were thinking that who could be the killer of this whale. That's when the whale's blood comes in front of them. Yes, it was no one else but Lilith, who had now come in front of them. Seeing this, these people get very scared, because 2 months ago when they examined Lilith, she was only 2.5 meters tall, and now she was almost 7 meters tall. That is, in just 2 months she had grown 3 times, which was really shocking. Now the wisdom here was that these people should have saved their lives, but here the biggest mistake was made by Sophia's husband. Despite seeing his death in front of him, he had to take a sample of it. So in order to take a sample from the body of the shark, they stabbed Lilith. And then what happened? What happened was that Lilith was out of control, and attacked the 4 people of the team, and cut them into pieces, while Sophia and her friend were able to see the scene from the boat. Although she was also very scared, when there is some peace, Sophia also jumps into the ocean, with the hope that maybe someone will survive, but there were only pieces of the body of the people of the team, which Lilith had killed badly. There was blood everywhere, and now Lilith also comes in front of Sophia, who was no less than a monster. Now she also attacks Sophia and drags her to the ocean with her, but somehow Sophia saves her life. And here the scene changes and comes straight after 3 years, where Sophia stopped researching on sharks, and now she used to work as an aquarium guide, where she used to tell the coming children about fish and them, which the children also enjoyed a lot. Now here we see a girl Micah, who was a marine activist. She was researching and giving information about the sea. She was running a company called Saviors of Sea, whose job was to save marine life. That is, it was her responsibility to protect every creature living in the sea. Now Micah meets Sophia, whom she brings to her headquarters, and shows her that Lilith shark, on which Sophia was doing research a few years ago, is coming to a river in Paris. That is, in this river in her city, and she is about to enter the river in Paris. That's why Micah wants to help her to examine Sophia and Lilith, on which Sophia says that this is not a big deal. Often sharks go from one place to another due to the change in the weather. And yes, it is a little difficult to come to the river from the Pacific Ocean. Not only Lilith, no shark can survive in the fresh water of the river. That's why she will return before coming here. Now, along with this reason, Sophia also had a sad past, which was stopping her from examining and tracking sharks. That's why Sophia goes away after giving some such reasons. Now we see 2 boys standing near the same river, who get 2 small missiles from the river. Then the police come here and collect all the missiles, and tells everyone that after World War II, small missiles and their shells are found in this river. So there is nothing to be afraid of. Now at night, Micah comes to the Sun River with her friend, who came here to investigate the car accident, but actually she came to examine that Lilith has come to this river. That's why Micah's friend jumps into the river, where she sees the marks of big sharks. But then the police also came here to catch them, because it was illegal to investigate any case like this. That's why the police catch Micah, while her friend somehow escapes from there. Now we see Sophia, who was able to track Lilith, and she comes to know that yes, Lilith has come to the Sun River. The next morning, the police take out that man's body from the river, who died in a car accident last night. Now everyone is very scared to see the condition of the body, because half of his body was missing. It was clear to see him, as if some big animal has eaten his body. Now Sophia and Micah were also with the bar officers outside the river, and Sophia clearly tells them that this work is not anyone else's, but Lilith's. And now we have to stop the shark, if we want people to not die at the hands of the shark. But here Micah misunderstands this in the wrong way. She thinks that if we want the shark not to kill people, then we have to kill the shark. She thought that the officers would kill the shark together with Sophia. So that's why she starts working to save the shark, because it is obvious that he is a marine savior, to save the marine creature. So that's why she is doing this. But it is wrong to think that a shark is killing people. but she wants to save him. Then the next day, the officers and Sophia come to the Sun River. Their plan was to go to the river and catch the shark directly. Then Sophia was helping them to track the shark. Everything was going well. Those people were about to see the shark, but Micah makes a big mess here. With the help of her hacker friend, she spoils Sophia's tracker signals, so that now people are not able to track the shark, and it is obvious that there was a big danger for those officers, who went to the river, but Lilith does not go there, and changes her route, so that the officers get a chance to save their lives, and they come out safely. But this becomes a very serious condition, that in the middle of the city, in the Sun River, the monster shark is roaming. That's why the officers go there and tell the mayor. When the mayor is worried, she says that somehow, we have to stop that shark, because after a few days, there is going to be a big event on the same Sun River, which she can't cancel in any case. That's why the officers start thinking about stopping Lilith, while Micah makes a video, and secretly sends it to many marine activists. She tells them about the shark, that the government wants to kill her and other sharks like her. That's why we have to come forward, and we have to save them. Why don't sharks eat us? Then she says that for this. Tonight we have to come to the catacomb of Paris. The catacomb is actually a tunnel under Paris, which is spread all over Paris. Now Micah tells her entire plan to her colleagues. But before that, one of her friends went to the police. She tells them everything about this secret plan, where they found out that this time the shark is in the catacomb of Paris. Then as night fell, Micah comes to the catacomb with those marine activists. Here Sophia and the officers also came, because they also found out about Micah's plan. Here the officers and the activists started arguing. Here Micah jumps into the catacomb river, because she wanted to show that sharks are not dangerous for humans, and then a shark comes there, which was not Lilith, with whom many more sharks come there. And then what was it? The shark proves that the sharks are really dangerous for humans, and do not leave humans. Micah is attacked badly, and she dies very badly. That is, her body breaks into pieces. Seeing this, all the marine activists start running here and there in fear, and their useless plan to save the marine life, it was completely destroyed, because they realize that no matter what it is not going to save any animal. There are some enemies of your life, who have to stop and kill. Meanwhile, many activists fall into the river. Sharks were seen cutting humans into pieces in the river. There was blood everywhere. But as soon as this situation was controlled, the survivors are saved from there safely, during which a shark was also killed, which Sophia is now sharing. She found out that this shark is a female, which is almost 2 months old. She is pregnant too, and the surprising thing is that she has a lot of sharks in her stomach. It turns out that the shark is giving birth to a baby in such a process, in which she is capable of giving birth to a lot of babies at one time, that too very soon, at a young age, which is very dangerous, because their number can increase in a very short time. Furthermore, they can also survive in fresh water, which they got from their mother Lynette, who had learned to live in fresh water while enduring the difficulties of the climate. These people guess that these sharks can be in the number of thousands, which must be living in all the catacombs. That's why they decide that we will make explosions in the catacombs, by which all the sharks will be killed there. Now the next day that swimming event comes, where at one time all those people will swim in the river. Because this was not told to the people, there was a risk of sharks coming to the mayor, but she does not cancel the event for her benefit. In fact, the officers and trained marines were dropped into the river. They start monitoring. A very big net is tied on one side of the river, so that if a shark comes this way, sit in it. While senior officer Sophia and her companions had come to the catacombs, because she was going to make an explosion at the main place there. Everyone reached their own place. Senior officer and Sophia were together. It was dark there. As soon as the senior officer turned on the flashlight, we see a very dramatic scene. There were thousands of children of small sharks around the officer, which makes them very scared, because although they were children, but they were so strong that they could break anyone, because despite being small, their size was very big. All the bombs were fixed in their own place, but before the bomb explodes, a shark attacks the senior officer, but somehow he blasts the bomb, although he was injured. But some of the shark's children die, and the senior officer is pulled up. Now when Sophia goes back to the river, Lilith was passing in front of her. She was very sad to see the pieces of her children's corpses, and she was full of anger, and she can't see Sophia, but she is full of anger. She breaks that net, and comes to the place where the swimming race had started. Now Lilith comes here and cuts a man into 2 pieces, which creates chaos everywhere, and then a lot of sharks come here. These sharks were not living in the catacombs, that's why they didn't die from the explosions, and their number was very high. These sharks attack people swimming in the river. In a moment, the river turned red with blood, their corpses were scattered everywhere. Along with this, the biggest mistake here was that the officer shot the shark with a sniper. Some of its marks get stuck on the missiles lying in the water, which were lying there from the Second War, but they were not diffused, they were completely active. Because of this, when a missile explodes, a lot of missiles start exploding. As soon as this happens, there is a tsunami-like scene with big explosions. The water of the river spreads everywhere, which takes a large part of Paris with it. There is a lot of destruction. Only Sophia and the senior officer are left, who was watching the destruction all around. Corpses and a lot of sharks were roaming around, and it was being told that these sharks are going to the nearby area due to the tsunami, because of which they have spread all over the country, and the most dangerous thing, they will spread all over the world from here, and will bring a lot of destruction, due to which humanity and the world will be destroyed, which is very dangerous. And with this heartbreaking ending, this movie ends here under Paris. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's recap.